Nnamdi Kanu speaks on Tinubu becoming president of Nigeria. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has called on Nigerians to push for a revolution in the country. Kanu, speaking during a Radio Biafra broadcast, revealed that it was important for Nigerians to come together and oust the current leadership over the spate killings in the country and the government's continued push for the installation of 5G. As the lockdown is going on everywhere, even in Anambra, they are busy installing 5G network cables that weaken the immune system. People have been asking what is the connection between 5G and COVID-19. The correlation is this: 5G weakens the immune system that allow common cold to invade your system like the COVID-19, which is a cold virus. He also commented on the national leader of the All Progressive Congress (APC) Bola Ahmed Tinubu becoming the next president of the country. He said those thinking if Tinubu gets to power, things will be better for them. Better think twice. Olusegun Obasanjo was there for 8 years. Did your life get any better? Those in southern part of Biafra, Goodluck Jonathan was there for 6 years. What was the outcome? Speaking on the revolution, he disclosed this revolution must be region by region. The West should organize themselves for it. The Middle Belt should organize themselves for it. The East is organized already, waiting for others to come on board. How many people are they going to kill if they rise up at the same time to revolt against this oppressive and repressive regime? He said. Thank you for listening to this news. Well done, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have spoken well. It's hard time Nigerian rise up. It's hard time Nigerian stands up and speak up. We don't need to fold our hands any longer and watch our country being pushed down the drain. Our leaders have been making mockery of our economy. So it's hard time we say no to them. A revolution must be carried out to put an end to this injustice. Yes, President Goodluck Jonathan has been in power for for good 4 years. Nothing was done. Instead, he kept favoring one particular region and putting the other region aside. Now is President Muhammadu Buhari, his own administration only brought pain and tears to the eyes of Nigerians, deceiving them and pushing them to where they never expect themselves to be. Look at what has just been introduced to the country: a 5G network, a network that is being replaced to the life of human. For how long will Nigerians continue to be this greedy and selfish to themselves? For how long will our leaders only be thinking about themselves? For how long will they know that that position they are was only made possible through the support of the citizens? The citizen made it possible. The Nigerian leaders will never for once think of how to help the citizens to 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 be to be in order, especially when it comes to their needs. Look at the United States of America. See how they shun the Chinese. See how they, they put a stop to their decision of coming to US for the installation of 5G. Can't Nigeria do the same? Can't Nigeria do the same? Instead, because of greed and selfishness, Nigeria succumb to the decision of the Chinese. They agreed for the life of human to be replaced to a network. Nigeria will never for once decide on something good for itself. Nigeria has been deceived, but they are still unknown. They have never known, and they will never know. And this is the reason why we are still experiencing setbacks. This is the reason why we still remain in the LDCs instead of belonging to the developing nation. So many things has happened, yet we have refused to learn our lessons. Chinese of all people are now pushing us around. We don't know what we are doing any longer. Chinese has taken over the whole of Nigeria. The percentage of Chinese are now increasing by the day. Chinese keep increasing in numbers, both in investments and in human. Most of the companies we have in Nigeria today are owned by by the Chinese. Can you count the numbers of investments that the Chinese have in Nigeria? They own and manage Nigerians as their slaves. The Chinese are the highest owners of construction firms in Nigeria, and only their construction companies are recognized and contracted to carry out huge contracts in Nigeria. Look at the CCECC. You see how this construction company has taken up the whole construction contract in Nigeria. This is a construction company that is owned by the Chinese. Are we to talk about the financial institutions? Most of the online financial institutions are owned by the Chinese. They have taken advantage of Nigeria. They have taken control of our economy. They have made Nigerians to believe that without them, the GDP of Nigeria will remain stagnant. For how long will Nigerians learn from their mistakes? So this is the reason why this revolution has to come to play. This is the reason why we have to stand and concur with Nnamdi Kanu and protest so that this mess will put to stop. As for Tinubu, I will say that we should not conclude yet because he has his agenda and his reason for coming into power as a president. So Nigerians should be wise.